Hello everybody, this is ZigZag coming to you from somewhere in this world, and we are back with Cyber Knight's Flashpoint. We had our first solo hacking mission last time. It has our team power level up to 1.28. Heat's not too bad at 27. We'll want to let that cool off a few points before we try doing any other missions, so that shouldn't hopefully take too long. Sitting at 99k, not amazing, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Okay, I've looked around at a few things that we can sell, and I have a clearer picture there. But before I even go there, the first thing I want to do is we have 3 wounded soldiers right now, and I think I need to bite the bullet and at least one at a time start getting rid of those wounds. So the one wound, yeah, all the wounds are icky. This one is lowers hit points, stress resistance, wound resistance, which means we can keep getting wounded. Slasha, can't treat you at the moment just because, well, you got your injuries being treated. So I actually am leaning towards Rhino right now because we have -2 initiative as part of our wound, or the myopathic twitch 1, and it lowers 2 initiative. And okay, so we have less stress resistance. That's not the biggest one. That initiative drives me insane. What do I want to have a sniper for if they can't act early when I need them? So I'm going to send a Rhino into treatment and just see what we got. So Dr. Ash is freed up. That's our only choice. 25k, we can afford it. And I say, let's just get it started. It's going to be 4-day, 12-hour kind of a process. So let's get it going. All right. So there it is. There's Rhino. She'll be back eventually. And she'll be back in full strength, ready to hit and kill as she has, well, promised. As she has promised. I think now that we have 4 ready mercs, although I just took one out for that, but then I also get one back in a day too, or a day 6 hours. So I'm kind of thinking, let's check out, maybe we want to check out this legwork and see what it's all about. Since I have some mercs ready and I gotta let the heat cool down a little bit for the time being anyway, let's get in here and see what it's all about. All right, this is Origami Joe coming at us. I need one of your mercs on legwork, smuggling a crate onto a shuttle going to a near-Earth space station. My smuggling aspirations don't stop here on the ground. I'm looking to the sky and beyond. The package just has to reach Ultratech's constellation in near orbit, Ultra 1. So that's where he wants us to get a package sent to. The space launch pads are overworked with traffic. Rockets are going up and down every day now. It's a great new angle for my work. Okay. So, not all the way to the planetary colonies? Just in orbit? Well, my connection on Earth, my connection in Earth orbit will take care of that. There's so much infrastructure now up in space. The rockets heading for Venus, Mars, Jupiter all come off launch arrays in Earth's space. But the traffic from the surface, well, it's non-stop. Our broken megacities need them and they need us, each for different reasons. Just get my package on that transport shuttle. That's all I need. All right, well, that maybe if we complete this for him, that'll help our influence with Origami Joe too. So how does a person get a spot up there on a gleamer? Well, you'd have to get smuggled up there, that's how. Of course, there are the constellations in orbit of Earth, major luxury hab stations. Those are grand, but you better be a restricted shareholder if you think you're living up there. And outside of those hot luxury seats, the spots up there for citizens, there is no corporate assignment more competitive. Everybody wants off this dead rock. All right, well, let's take a look at the legwork, see what it's all about, and see who I have that we can send on it. Well, my best option, guess what, won't be available for 4 days. It'll lock them in for 7. Success gets us 2 favors with Origami, plus 20% influence with Origami Joe. So it's a way to up our influence with him and maybe start getting better deals on weapons and the things he deals with. If we fail, though, it's extra 20 heat, which is not good timing at the moment. But yeah, the wrong security offer catches winds of our moves. That's how we fail, and it's a 1 attempt thing. I don't want to take out Vanguard at such a low success rate because, you know, we don't need to fail on this one. This one's a little bit better, but she's not available. So I think we do need to delay. I do think we need to delay. I'm not necessarily rejecting. Let's see how long the delay puts us out. We may be able to help, but we need a little time to get things sorted. Well, don't make me find someone else to do this, ZigZag. It isn't gonna look good for my business. Yeah, okay. So, how far do we delay? Well, it's more than 7 days, which maybe we can make that work then. We'll see. Origami, there it is. 9 days. We're delayed for 9 days. And it looks like a new conversation here may have a bodyguard mission. So we could maybe get that activated. So we potentially have 2 upcoming missions once we lower our heat a tad. So that's something to keep an eye on for us. That is something to keep an eye on for us. Now there's some things that I've noticed that we have to sell that maybe I haven't been taking full advantage of. And that's the next thing we're going to look at. Let me just get back to the main page. Let's go in here and see. Well, actually, let's go into cold storage because that's mainly where the things are that we need to sell. And I noticed we do not have a buyer still for these armor pieces, but when I clicked on this one, we have a potential buyer. And it's not going to provide any influence adjustments. Basically, I think epic, rare, and common don't really move the influence needle. But if we ever manage to deal in legend, no, I think, oh, maybe epic does, did, because the ones that don't are common and rare. So, well, let's find out. Maybe epic moves the needle on influence. I don't know. Well, let's see. A blueprint of epic rarity. Oh, it does increase in influence. So it's epic and legendary. Whoever we do business with, it will influence them. So that's good. So let's go see who we can sell to and who we want to influence with this sale. Because basically it's a blueprint I can't build and I need cash. Six grand. And we'll get 7 from Origami Joe, or we'll get 7 from Diego. And since we know we have a pending potential legwork to give Origami Joe some influence, why don't we focus on Origami Joe first between these two to increase some influence? Maybe start getting better prices, you know, everything that comes with it, more stuff available that he could sell to us, yada yada yada. So let's get down there, and because right now, yeah, his street armor is only rank 1, weapon mods, street guns, he goes up to level 2. Yeah, we need some improved stuff, so let's increase his influence and see if that changes. Or maybe he only gets better weapons when, I don't know, he gets a higher power level, or is it have to do with our influence? I guess we're going to find out, because I'm not sure how all that interplays. So let's see if we can get an influence break or work towards it with Origami Joe. And we just made some more money because we sold something. So I can't sell the other blueprints, but one thing I will take a look at is our files, and then we'll come back to where we were, because there's several things there I want to look at too. Our files, we have in-set files. All the files are part of sets, apparently. And I think if I filter not used by a set, yeah, there's nothing. So it's nice that they have this little inset here. Kind of helps me know that they're all parts of sets, so maybe I don't have to use that filter as much. We'll see. And then if I come to file sets themselves, I technically have a completed file set. And it includes Patient Dossiers 1 Rare, patient dossiers 1 rare, and patient dossiers just common, level 4. So I'm not able to mint yet because it says this file cannot be minted until we upgrade cold storage. I think the way it works is any of these files with only 2 things in them, we could mint if they were complete right now. Anything for 3 goes with first upgrade. Probably files with 4 are the next upgrade, and are there any? Yeah, and we even have a file with 5. I assume that's several upgrades away, is my best guess. So what we might do, because it's also down here, I'm learning this too, so I'm just sharing what I've learned. When we mint this set, we create a new file, and it's a high value file that gets created when it mints. Now the minted file will have power level 1 because this is a power level 1 kind of file, I guess. Yeah, level 1, level 1, level 1. The average of the inputs. And proportional rarity roll. So it has a 33% to be a common file once we mint it, and it has a 67% to be a rare file when we mint it. These aren't influence changers by any means. So I'm thinking, let's go sell patient dossiers 3, the level 1 one for 4K, and then while we're out looking for files and Neo is hacking for files, you know, maybe we'll get lucky and get an upgraded one. And then when we finally upgrade the ability to mint it, we'll get more money out of it. So I'm thinking this low level one we can sell. Obviously it's not going to get us much money, but let's go in here and find it. Patient dossiers 1. No, it was patient dossiers 3 was the low level one. And it's level 1 is what I meant. So I'm going to sell it. See who's out there to buy it. I can sell to Dr. Ash. It's all, well, except for Destiny. It's all, and it's not going to move the needle on influence. So what can I say? They're all, yeah. We'll just sell it as if it will eventually change his influence. But Potato, eventually I want to upgrade that for better Cyberdeck stuff that we might be able to buy down the road. So let's work on getting his influence up. Well, this isn't good. Like I said, this ain't gonna do it. So now, having sold that, if we go back into these file sets, now no longer is it a full set. But hopefully, like I said, when we get in here, we'll find something rare or above to complete the set this time in the future, and then we can actually mint something that'll have maybe a higher value that way. So that's kind of how these work, how I'm looking at it, and there you go. So when I get complete sets, I'll kind of evaluate, is it worth it to mint it now, or do I want to try and get a better set to mint? And then also in here, if we go back over here, we have these little icons that say in set. So what that tells me, you know, we know we can't sell those yet, but all these others that are not part of a set, well, guess what? We can sell them and make money. Now, I kept thinking, man, money's really tight in this game. Well, no, that ZigZag. It's because you're not taking advantage of selling stuff that's not part of sets, and therefore, you're missing out on money. And look at this. We got a non-set item here that's legendary. We can gain influence. In fact, this also can gain us influence, and it can potentially gain us 30 to 35,000 on each one. So, wow. Look at all the money I've been missing out on. So let's sell the no set ones that are just, yeah, who cares who we sell them to kind of things. We might as well just sell them to Octane. It's not going to move the needle, but, you know, she offers the most money for them. Makes sense to me. A 9K on this one. Oh, Octane's not an option on this one. It's not the kind of files she buys. Well, a moneylender mongrel, you pay the most. Influence 50, what the hey? You know, these are not moving the influence needle anyway. Let's just take the most money we can get. I think that's the proper way to look at it. 5K, who could we sell to? We'll go to Octane on this one for the most cash. And we got this file we will sell. And this time we'll go to Mongrel, just for more cash. We need cash. See, we want to be able to buy stuff, do stuff, upgrade our base, get better equipment, you name it. And this is another way to get it that I have not been taking advantage of yet. Okay, inset. Here's a non-inset. Let's see who can buy it from us. Mongrel for 10K. We'll take it. So insets, these two, there's no buyers for it yet. That's why I realized when we got stuff like this, so I got two more. Now I'm going to pay attention to who I sell it to, because we will improve influence depending on who can buy it. And let's work that angle. Why don't we? Okay, so we got Mongrel. They will sell for favors, or they'll sell for cash. And right now, this part of the game, I need cash like you know what. But rather than take the most I could possibly get, I'm actually want to start working influence on Potato in this group first, so I can start getting more influence and hopefully giving him the ability to offer and sell higher ranking cyber decks, because we will at some point want to be upgrading our cyber deck. And I don't necessarily want to, we have a level 1 right now, I don't necessarily want to then buy a level 2, then a level 3. I mean, that's just a lot of money. Maybe we can figure out a way to buy, and we'll see if maybe I need to buy every level, but maybe we could skip levels and save a little money here and there, as long as the current cyber deck we have is good enough. So there's my thinking there. Let's go do it. All right, we're up to 166K. I kind of like that. So now we're gonna go for another Legends. Let's see if we got the same buyers. Mongrel, yep, Potato's back. Potato's gonna get another bit of business here. His influence is up to 50 already, and we're gonna buy this one. This one should get it up to wait, yeah, these are legendary. I think yeah, legendary. It'll add 20%. Woo, baby. Let's get it up to 70%. Pretty soon we're gonna be able to start pushing an influence break. How about that? Plus we'll get 37,000. All right, we're up to 203K, and that's all I have at the moment to sell. So that was a big eye-opener for me when I was just kind of looking around. Usually right before I start recording, I kind of look around at stuff, see if there's things I can see, figure out whatnot. And guess what? We figured this one out. So there you go. So we got a little money, more money to work with than we thought we did. And therefore, with an outstanding task, I'm thinking, you know, I'm thinking, let's improve something. Now, the Underworld, well, I'll tell you, as soon as this is going to be done any moment, so let's just advance time. Ultimately, let's get Slasha back, because I'd like her back, and then it'll help the heat go down so we can start picking out what kind of a mission we want. Okay, looks like we finished the Underworld hub, and we got 2 tokens. Let's go see. So the first tokens we get out of the Underworld hub help with our legwork. We can either spend a token to get 10% success, or increase the success chance by 10%. So that kind of is handy when you got kind of a midland kind of a percent for success to help boost it a bit. And then the other, we can use another token if the percent is good enough to just shorten the duration. Minimum of 4 hours, but otherwise, in general, it shortens the legwork by 20%. Okay? So that's kind of cool to know. And then this one here, new recruits, well, guess what? It requires a level 2 Underworld connection. So this is what I'm thinking. Let's see. We need level 2 and level 1. Let's start upgrading the power wires for 6K. Guess what? We can actually afford it. And then I have one more mission left. I might as well fill out my... Oh, why, I got a lot more tasks to go then. Oh, baby, do I. Let's clean out another trash room. We might as well fill my tasks now that I have money. At least little bits of money to help us. And in this scrubber, eventually I'll want to upgrade this. So let's just spend some little amounts of money to just get all our tasks filled so we're still making progress. And then I want to save as much as I can for any upcoming mission we do, for maybe an extra suit of armor, an upgraded weapon, utility items, whatever they may be. So that's what I'm thinking here. So let's upgrade our power. So when it's time to upgrade the nano scrubber for 48K, we can. We don't have to delay for annoying little things like power. Now our tasks are 3 of 3 and I feel better. So I think at this point we just continue to get time advanced. In 2 days we got to make a decision about Ghoul, and I'm pretty much decided we're sticking with Octane. Ghoul, while Octane may not be inspiring the most confidence in me, I think Ghoul inspires worse confidence. So, you know, you got to deal with what you think is the best worst. The one that'll hurt you the least. All right, so let's advance time. All right, looks like Slasha's back. We got 5 ready mercs now. And with Slasha back, now I think I can do something. Oh, we are treating the wound. So I could get a second wound underway, getting work done. I could. Emily, maybe we get Void cleaned up with her wounds. Especially this 10% wound resistance, less wound resistance, so you don't keep getting wounded over and over and over. Let's just check the cost. We can get it done for 28K. Yeah, I think I'll hold off for the cheaper version. I think I found out we're still usable. We'll just use extra armor. Well, I'd rather have Slasha go with the man she knows. And I'm thinking if I do a next mission, yeah, we'll see. I kind of have an idea on who I want to keep available for an upcoming mission, so I'm not going to commit yet for the wound repair. Right or wrong, yell at me if there's your characters and you want them fixed. No, or don't. And we'll move on from here. Let's see, what else do I want to do? Well, we're going to keep advancing because the heat's still too high. In fact, let's just make our decision about Ghoul and then move forward. So we have to make the call. Are we going over to Ghoul's side in this D-cartel internal war? I don't know, no relation. She said, I want to be sure the stakes are clear here. If we go to Ghoul, there is no going back. We can't negotiate anything without tipping our hand enough that Ghoul could sink us. By telling Octane about how we went behind her back. Yeah, that's how he could easily sink us. Or by ratting us out to Syndicate boss Henninger. So, yeah, I'm saying it's a risk. Without divulging my rider's origin, our part in the Haven smokeout, and at least an inkling of the plan for Loophole Heist, we won't be able to get Ghoul's attention. Yeah. But what we stand to gain is a new ally in the D-cartel who can help us clear our debt the old-fashioned way by killing our loan shark, Octane. Yeah, well, he hasn't done so yet, so how confident do I feel about it? His ability to do that. Octane's no easy target either. So it's hard to shake the feeling that Octane is lying to us. Well, yeah, and I know that too, but I think Ghoul would lie to us just as much and twist the truth for his own gain, as you put it there. So put the word out through your channel. This time we leveled with Ghoul, and yeah, forget it. We're either making the Loophole Heist or we're gonna pay our way out of this debt. So I am rejecting. I've made up my mind. I can't. I'm just not envisioning for sure that the situation's any better with Ghoul as it is with Octane. So I'm gonna reject, continue dealing with who we know, even if she's not reliably known, but we're rejecting. All right, forget it. Either way, we are making the loophole heist, or we're going to pay our way out of this debt. Well, then we stick with the devil we know. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, no relation. And get this affair wrapped up, one way or another. So we can complete Octane's offer through Loophole Heist, or work to pay the $2 million we owe. Well, I'm doing the heist. Duh. Or refuse to pay up and see what Octane does. Yeah, I'm not planning to try that path either. Alright, so that's off the table. We get Rhino back in 3 days. Basically, the only thing to do is get our heat down a little bit. Then we can decide, do we want to look at this bodyguard mission? Or shall we just go straight ahead and get the loophole done, which is currently 11 days out, and just do it now rather than wait while we have a team of mercs that can just go out. So that's kind of where we're at. Well, let's go advance the timeline. All right, we finished a couple more rooms, and we technically could do the mission now. Let's take a look and see if there's any upgrades I would like to look at doing. What have we got here for the managing the room? Okay, we still need to do cryogenic to be able to upgrade this, and I want to get, I really am interested, although 240k to be able to recruit. That's a hefty charge, but now that I know we've been overlooking other sources of income, maybe we can get there quicker than I would have originally thought. So I'm going to try this cryogenic upgrade just so it's ready when I want to make the jump. And then, where else did I need any upgrades? I don't think I needed... We're okay for that upgrade. Do I need any upgrades in the command center? No, we're clean to upgrade there. Where were we sitting in the nano scrubber upgrade situation? Oh, I want to manage the room. Okay, so we are clean for upgrading nano scrubber. 48k. Not going to do it now though. And is there anything else I need to spend on because I have an open task? Well, what are we looking at in the barracks? Well, to get up to the next level of barracks, we're upgrading the power. Guess what? Yep. There we go. And those weren't excessive upgrades, but they start getting us ready for when I do get a big payday and I want to splurge and spend on a room upgrade. We can do it now. All right, I do believe I'm ready to get ready for the mission. So the first thing I'm going to do is I kind of let's go to Command HQ first and just see what this mission's all about. So we're going to infiltrate the hidden syndicate finance relay and connect the Q endpoint that we have to the terminal to complete Octane's theft. First, we have to pass through the upper deck and abandoned Skyrise building project before we can descend into the bunker. If we can keep things quiet up top, things will go better below. Okay, we get 190k payout like that. We gain power level, trust, and influence with Octane. We gain an extra 10% trust with Octane for completing this. She forgives our debt, which is probably the biggest reason I decided to continue this way. I didn't trust Ghoul to come through and eliminate her, therefore eliminate my debt. And then on this particular mission, if we can do it fast enough where the security level stays less than 3, that's only level 1 and 2. Ooh, baby, that's not much. Yeah, we sure would have to be sneaky to get that done. Well, we're good. We're good. Let's go to mission planning. Let's see. We have deal makers, so we get 10% price and influence reward off of this mission. I have some things I could buy if I wanted. Now that I have money, I can think about them. Erase up to 4 security tally created now or later this turn. That's the yellow marks. That could come in handy, especially if we want a chance at finishing before security level 3. We can reduce quantum security tally on the Matrix host. Now there is a hacking possibility on this mission, but if we hack, it's going to be hard Hacking takes time, which therefore potentially increases security level. But there's that. We can debuff all enemies with a favor. Debuff all enemies with 25% ballistic and kinetic armor for the next 2 turns. That's kind of huge. How many will have armor? We don't know. System malfunction. Disable all level 1 security devices for the next 2 turns. Well, I think just knowing our objectives, a little bit that I know, I see Blip as potentially being worth it to potentially get 10% extra XP if we get this done quick enough. So maybe we attempt that. I get this. I don't know that using a favor or spending 20k. I mean, I guess maybe the costs for these leverages just go up and up and up the farther we get into the game. I guess we'll find that out too. Let's just go for the Blip. And we can spend a favor or just spend the money. And since I have the money, let's keep the favor in our back pocket right now. There we go. And let's just show the 4 mercs we want to take on this one. I'm thinking let's have the hacker. Let's get Neo with us. Void, I'm kind of thinking I think Slasher will have the right vibe to go on this one over you. We have me, we have some people that we have ability. Yeah, I kind of feel this is a better blend of what I might need for this mission. I hope. We'll find out. So what I'll need to do though is get through and see and spend upgrades that I want to get and take. Now I think to apply, to get silencers back on, I don't think I can do it. See, I can remove mods from here, but I can't add mods from here, apparently. I can change weapons from here. So I think what we'll have to do is back out and go just to our main barracks, get us equipped the way I want from there. Then we'll come back in here and be ready to go. Pretty much. All right, we're getting in the barracks. So here's me. And what have I got? Yeah, I'm not going to upgrade. I do have an empty slot here. And one thing I noticed with the AT grenade, if you take a look at that, the one I chose, the frag grenade, the first time, it had overall better damage and you could throw it farther and AoE was better, but the AT grenade has 100 pure damage, which kind of sort of ignores armor, and therefore feels like it might do a little better damage. And we're going to give it a try so we have a comparison to the 2 different grenades today, if I even need them. The only time I'm going to use them is if, you know, things go loud. I'm definitely not going in planning to use them and make it loud, but there's that. And then on our weapons, yeah, on our pistols, we want to get the silencers back in. We'll keep the red dot and go for that. Now I'm thinking about purchasing an upgrade. I don't know if I can or want to afford more than one. I'll come back to actually upgrading weapons till we get the little details done. Okay, Slasha. Well, first thing I'm gonna do with your armor is we're gonna unequip it, because I'm gonna go over to Emily and say, Emily, you know, now Slasha's the only wounded one going out here. Let's give her the upgraded armor. And deal with that. Let's get you at least some basic armor back on. I'm sure if you're still wounded in the future, either I'll have to buy more armor, or especially if you and Emily go out together, or just keep swapping like we're doing. All right, let's get over here and you get the upgraded armor to hopefully protect our wounded soldier from getting hurt and wounded again. I wonder if you can have more than one kind of wound. I would think so, because it's just listed here as its own. So you could, yeah, I'm sure you could pick up another wound. It sure feels like that would be a thing. We will get a silencer back on so we can stay quiet should we need it. And I'm probably gonna upgrade your blade, Slasha. I'm gonna see if if that will help. Right now, armor shred is 30% with yours. We're going to see if we can get even better armor shred with any of the available swords out there that we can buy. So I'm going to look at that. You know, I got money. Now that I... Well, I may not buy the armor right now. I may look at some upgraded weapons a little, because the armor situation has really freaked me out. Pistol silencer, so you still have that. So, and you have a smoke grenade. Yeah, we'll keep the smoke grenade just so I have something different. Oh, and Slasha. Let's pick up your empty slot. Now we could try something different to stun somebody. So applied... Let's go over to Dazzler. High-powered but short-range lasers capable of momentary blinding a target. We have to be within 18 meters, so it's not that short range. And do I want extra grenade, or do I want the ability to potentially stun somebody? And I kind of felt when we had this equipped, that one other mission, they almost have to be facing towards you, or somehow. Like if we tried dazzling them from behind, it didn't seem to do anything. So in order to dazzle them, I think we have to be able to somehow see their face. I don't know to what degree. So I'm still going to take that to try and play with it and learn it a little better. And then Lucian, yeah, we had nothing else to do with you. Mbwatha, I think we want to get a silencer on you. We'll keep the Hunter red dot. And then let's go look and go shopping. I may go back, and I should be able to afford an upgraded AR and an upgraded sword. Let's go take a look. So we got an E cutter. That's all kinetic. It does decent it does better armor shred. So that's an option. Okay, we got slant blade is what we have now. We have a sling blade, which is basically a level 2 blade, and we also have a stun club, or well, a better level 2 stun stick for 55. Now, no reloads, but that's the only thing that bothers me when I was reading this before, is it uses the ion battery, but if I have no way to reload it, does that mean if I choose to stun with this stick and not just attack and do damage, although it does 90 pure damage, which bypasses most of the armors, but it only does 10 shred. So if I look at the sling blade, yeah, I want to up right now. I want to gain access to those stun grenades again, but I would rather get armor shred right now. Little pinch of pure damage, but armor shred I think I value more right at the moment after what we've been through with some of our recently armored targets. So I think I'm gonna upgrade this. I can afford it. Let's buy it. And Origami Joe even gives us a little bitty discount because our influence keeps going up. Now I could have sworn our influence, unless we did it, I don't know, shouldn't it be up at 70 now? Didn't we sell them both those items? Or maybe the influence increase, it's only one thing we sell them at a time. I don't know. We're gonna buy it. His influence seems like, based on the files and the legendary status I sold him, should be higher. That's just me. We'll figure it out. I'll ask questions and see if I'm understanding that wrong. Now, the Street Dragon is another weapon I'm interested in upgrading to, because they do more pure damage. And what's our current weapon? The RX, yeah, the Rake, I think it's this one. They do no pure damage. The armor shredding is the same, so they do some similar armor shredding. It's a little, just a little bit less accurate. 6%. It's well, I take that back. It's more accurate on full auto. And if all the full auto hits, every hit in full auto does 28 pure. So potentially you can do more pure damage if you hit enough. So if we go loud, full auto could be a thing. But the armor shred on basic shots is the same. It just has more pure damage. So this would be an upgrade. It's a minor-ish upgrade. The Swift, yeah, it's not as expensive, but it has no pure damage. So yeah, I'm thinking I can afford one of these. So we're only going to buy one. And origami, save us a little cash. Thank you, man. Okay. So, yeah, I don't think we really can afford much more. Maybe we'll take a look at a add-on, but even those start costing money. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's get in here and equip. I'm thinking, Boatha, you're best suited. Sin is best suited for this. So what we're gonna do is, first of all, let's detach the mods, because we noticed we couldn't do it from the mission screen. And so now, you are getting the Street Dragon. Welcome to the team with your first new toy. Alright, now let's go put those mods right back in. Scope. And we'll switch them over here. Yep. Help a little bit with recoil. And a little, well, not much, but a little bit with accuracy. Okay. So now we're upgraded there. Let's go take a look at Slasha. Let's take attached blade grip. So yeah, let's take away level 1. And let's pick up level 2 right here. Now maybe we could look at a blade grip and see if we have a mod for that. Other than this, I do need to equip you. I was going to also put in another HE grenade, so let's equip there. Now, at least, everybody going out is not unequipped. Okay, so we're ready. I don't think I have any more mods to attach, but let's go into the market and see if there's mods available for the blade. None of those looks like a blade grip. Oh well. Oh well. Let's go see what this is for. Sniper, which is probably the type of thing I'm going to want to help with recoil. Reduces it by 5, but we aren't taking the sniper this time. Do I have an AR version of that? Doesn't look like it. Well, yeah, the AR version, we already have one of these style grips, but I don't have that. Okay, so yeah, there's really no upgrades mod-wise that I think I want right now. We're covered. We're covered. Let's go back to the mission screen and get ourselves set up there now. And there's our 4 mercs. Now we should have, yeah, Street Dragon, upgraded Sling Blade, level 2. We all have upgrades down here. Dazzler here, 2 AT grenades should things go loud, and a smoke grenade if we need to kind of try and get away. Now one thing I found out of smoke grenade we did, what, a couple missions ago when we used it, if they are above suspicious, smoke really doesn't do anything. They'll move right through it, see right through it if they're close enough, and that's why it wasn't as effective when I used it at that point, because too many people were on top of us and aware and totally going after us and aware of us, and they weren't just suspicious or unsuspecting, you know. So there's a time to use smoke and there's a time not to use smoke. So we have it just in case we get to have a time to use it as an option. All right, so I can't think of anything else we need to adjust at this point. We all got silencers on our pistols. Yes, I'm just doing that final check. And we are ready to go. Now, as I go in to start the mission here, I just want to point out something I think I overlooked saying, something I noticed. Back on the mission planning stage, this is a two-part mission, by the way. This is a two-part mission. The first half does not require the hacking. The second half is where we have some hacking possibilities. It was all spelled out on the mission planning page where I bought the leverage. I just kind of failed to point that out, so I thought I'd do that now as we get ready to get down there into the mission here. So, all right, here we are. Doesn't look like much from a distance, says No Relation, but that's the point. Among this maze of abandoned sky rises, you'd never spot it. The Free Street Compact set off some homemade chemical weapon in this district in 27, says Sin. He knows a little history. Looked like it never recovered. So yeah, it's kind of a beat up high rise here, I guess, is the setting in this first part of the mission. Everything ground to a halt and all the investment dried up. This area was supposed to be an extension of Liberty Avenues, says Nefertiti. Well, look at it now. Only good thing for hiding decartel havens. Yeah, that's what it's being used as, all right. But you can tell we are where we need to be. The place is crawling with whistlers. Well, we'll have to see what whistlers are out there. I don't quite recall, but we'll take a look. Okay, there we go. Guarded by their own little cult soldiers. Eh? A pretty clear tell. I'll let you handle them, says No Relation. Well, you're good right where you are. We've got this. Keep a wide eye on the district. We might get company if we're not careful. So, basically, that kind of explains No Relation's role. She's kind of out there, you know, if the wrong parties come into this, she's our face. She'll stall them. She'll divert them. She'll do what she's got to do, you know, even though it says no relation, relationship-wise, to keep our mission clean and safe. All right, that looks like where we got to go. Yeah, on it. While I'm watching, you're heading for the stairs down. The schematics Octane shared indicate it's a few flights down, and then there's an elevator descent into the bunker. Okay, so we are on a high level of the abandoned skyscraper, and we're headed down into the bunker. Quantum countermeasures are full on. They'll never hear us coming, I say. Let's hope I can follow up on my comment with appropriate action. Wouldn't want to lose the faith of my soldiers here. Okay, so let's kind of look around. We got Zoo unaware. In fact, let's just start looking at the soldiers. Street Warrior, Alto, wherever. Okay, this is Z, Street Warrior. So these are 187. They don't appear to have any special armor on anybody that I've been checking. So Key, also a street. So we got Street Warriors directly ahead. We have not found a Whistler yet. We have a Bryco, Street Warrior. So we're keeping our eyes open, looking for a Whistler. Alto, whoops, Alto. We're not attacking you. Don't worry. I just wanted to look at Alto. Street Warrior Alto. Luco. Street Warrior Luco. So as far as Whistlers, Omega, none of them looks different, so I bet you they're all Street Warriors. Well, a Whistler could be somewhere that we can't see right now, so that doesn't mean a Whistler is not here on the map. Yeah, okay. So that seems to be all the known soldiers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that's all we see right now, so we'll keep our eyes open for a Whistler. So we seem to have two paths that we could possibly take. One is up here over the top, and we got a lootable box there and there. That's the path, at least at first glance, that seems to make it most reasonable potentially grab the loot along the way. Now this guy, okay, so he can walk on, this is a ledge, he could walk under. That seems to be the way he's facing, so we'll see how he patrols. And then the other path to get in there is right over here, and get down the stairs and kind of make it awkward to get the loot boxes. So you know me, I want loot. I want loot. So I think what we're gonna do is move forward this way a bit, and we're all moving first, so there's a couple options. I think what I'll try doing is maybe I just come up to here. Yeah, let me take a look at my look ahead first. How big is the circle? Okay, I can't cover everyone. I won't be able to reach everyone. The range of my circle is just a tad small. We'll have to look and see if we have an upgrade to make the area a little bigger on this perk on a future promotion. Yeah, we're not gonna call look forward yet, look ahead yet, or maybe I should use it first turn so it starts recharging. Ooh, 5 turn. I gotta get that cooldown lowered if it's possible on another promotion too. So there's 2 things I would like on look ahead: bigger circumference and a shorter cooldown. So why don't I just do it here in case these guys up here happen to walk into it. So we'll do this. And let's, okay, so he's moving this way. So I'm saying, why don't we sneak up here as best we can to get in behind him? Maybe, depending on what these guys end up doing, we can get up the stair. Yeah, we can make some progress. That's what I'm hoping. Oh, that's what I'm hoping. Okay, so ZigZag, let's get you moving. And can we move far enough to not be heard? Well, sort of to this point. How far? Okay, I can get this far and not be heard. So I just can't get right up to that cover. That's the step too far. So let's just move forward a bit and set ourselves up. Then we'll delay, let them all move, and then we'll see if we have the ability to move a little farther forward, or maybe we choose to hide to get that extra initiative. But we'll start here. All right, I'm gonna delay. That doesn't even go after Zoo. So Zoo moves before me. Come on. You gotta have more initiative than that. Come on. Okay, let's... Well, actually, I could delay again if I wanted to. Hopefully everybody else... Yeah, everybody else should be behind once they move. We have our hacker. That apparently doesn't look like cover. Now I can move here, but then I can't hide depending on what he does next. But then there's only so much space here for... I think I just bring you all the way over here, Neo, and hope these guys aren't walking my way. Well, with that in mind, let's only move here. So I can still move back if necessary. Alright, let's delay. Sin. Maybe I bring you here, and we're sneaking the whole way, because otherwise I think we'll be heard. So, you're good. And then delay and Slasha. Why don't you hang out over here with your bud, Neo? Yeah. Alright, we'll delay there too. And let's see what they do. Guarding. Firewall glitches again. Guarding. Oh, was that guy? Oh, he must have moved. Because he was here. Unless there's 2 different people down there. Okay, he's patrolling away. Not drastically away. And Zoo. I'm gonna delay again. Because I want to see if after you move we can maybe sneak a little closer. Because if these guys are just gonna go turn and play that game, because that's all they did. Now we don't know, they could all of a sudden start moving too. But yeah, I'm gonna delay. He didn't move all that far. Let's see if it's enough for us to move forward. Where is he moving? Oh, and now then he moves drastically away. And he's still low on the moving initiative. So I think I just start moving up because it feels like these two were just turning back and forth. It's the way it feels. Which, you know, as I just said, doesn't mean they won't start moving. So I'll have to decide this turn, now that I'm closer, do I want to do another look ahead or wait one more turn to do that? Neo, sneak as far as you can. In fact, I wonder if you could sprint right now and not be heard. Who knows? Yeah, you'll be heard. Go, go, go. Sneak slowly, painfully slow. Sin. Yeah, I don't. Well, you know what I'll do with yous, because I don't know that this was cover for these guys to hide. You will have cover. I'm gonna just keep you there and hide, so you get extra initiative. Then I'm going to slash A. You could move also, since I don't think. Yeah, see, it didn't let you. Oh, well, let's see if it'll let me apply it. Oh, that was considered cover. Oh well, I wasted some initiative for Neo. Oh well. I didn't see the cover symbol. That's why I made the wrong assumption there. I'll try not to do that again. Zigzag, hide, get initiative. All right. Alright, so I gained the most initiative. Omega. Wow, we really rolled low. Holy smoke, they rolled high, we rolled low. So Omega moves, not near us. Luco, not near us. He, so we'll get to see how he moves. He, where's Z? Oh, he's after Neo, so we won't see his movement right away. Could always delay Neo. So I'm guessing we do some delaying to see how they're all moving. I'm gonna we're gonna take a chance and not throw my look ahead because I just sense they're switching back and forth, switching back and forth. That's the impression I have. We'll see if it's correct. Maybe I'm taking unnecessary risks by not doing a look ahead and playing it safe. I don't know. Okay, half my theory is correct. We don't know about the other guy yet. He's moving around. Okay, we got a camera down here too we're gonna have to pay attention to. And he's moving away. This is all good so far. And this is really, really good. Because now maybe we will have the opportunity to sprint a little. And, you know, Neo, let's see if he moves. Because if he's just looking back and forth also, and he looks back over, what, however he was here, maybe we gain a path here to sneak up? Maybe. We get a final move on this guy? No, it just kind of says he's going off that way. So he may or may not move. It's hard to tell because he's out of the circle. I think we start losing the look ahead. Okay, Neo, let's move you here. Now he can see, this guy sees down those steps. He's got, we're got a little bit of cover if we want to move in over here to get a little closer. So that may be the plan, to get as close as we can. Let's switch to sprint, and lo and behold, we aren't seen. How far can I move? Okay. That keeps me to 2 movement. Let's move it out a little bit so I don't hit that red zone. And Neo, get as close as you can for now. And then we'll wait and... yeah, because if he doesn't see me here, if he pivots, he still shouldn't see me. So I'm going to go ahead and do the move at a sprint. And we should be okay. And I'm going to delay. Ooh, good. He didn't see me. It kind of looked at first like he might have, but we're still in the yellow zone. That's good. He didn't see us. And he made some comment about his lunch break, I thought. So now we can look at moving up here. Now the challenge is... okay, this guy's not in his zone. So I feel like in the scheme of things on this map, these two are going to have to go down. We're going to have to take them out, ideally on the same turn. And so he's probably going to look back and forth. So do I just move up here and play? I'll play the initiative game next turn if they have higher initiative than us, or I'll do the lower their initiative game. So I think I just get us all up here as close as we can get, and then at the beginning of next turn, even if they pivot and see us, we'll kill them that turn, because we'll have all of us up there. That may be the way to do it, because I don't know that this provides cover either. Of course, I was wrong here too. So Sid, now is our time. And we're switching to sprint. And can we get this far? Yeah, they don't hear us. They do there. Oh, come on, there we go. But they don't there. So there's that. And that should be close enough for some cool shots and whatnot. I don't know that I'll be able to take cover, and we're just gonna cross our fingers on the initiative game. Boy, are we gonna be crossing our fingers on the initiative game. You know what I could do then? Let's try. Can I park you right there? No, because that makes you go up the wrong way. Well, yeah, I'll move you there. And I can take cover, even though it's crap cover, and get the initiative, extra initiative for next turn. Not that it helped on this last round, but that's our play. All right, and take cover. Good job, Sin. Flash it. How far can you get? Let's start moving you and switch to sprint. Yeah, you can get pretty far up there too. You can't get there and hide. Oh, see, so you could probably only get there. I don't know if it'll allow you to take cover, if that counts as cover or not. Let's find out. Yes, it does. All right. We want that extra initiative. That's why we're just taking cover that's not really cover. And then zigzag, sprint. Okay, I'm a little faster. Maybe I can, yes, I can come over to this side. Even a little, as close as I can get, I'm coming over to this side. Ooh, but yeah, who cares if they both turn and see us? Who cares? Because then we react, I think. That's the way it'll work. We're gonna try and keep initiative anyway somehow. Oh wait, we're not taking cover. I was supposed to move first. Okay, let's go back to where I was looking and move. Then I can take cover. Sequence, zigzag sequence. All right. And Neo. Oh yeah, you already moved some, so yeah, we'll bring Neo right there. All of us have pistols, and I'll remember to switch them over. In fact, I'll switch to your pistol now and take cover. Okay, this is where we get to see the new initiative. So far, Slashes sucks. Let's see, Z and Key. Z is low. He's helping us out, but Key is midland low. So we'll be able to take some actions first and react to these guys and hopefully take them out. So I think I'm okay. And then I could always give us action surge to ensure that we take them out. We'll see how it feels. Or I save it up because maybe I need it down below when we're grabbing loot and everything. So we'll see how this goes. You're done. Neo showing off with the old initiative is what he's doing now, and that's because we switched him to the pistol. Is he's itching to use it now. Kind of looks like you'd be seen if we kill you first. You'd be seen, and it looks like both of them might be seen when we take them out. So it really doesn't matter. Yeah, really doesn't matter. So let's go with G. If his body is seen when we kill him, the Key will go and become aware, and then we all will move No, let's do Key first, because G, when it's time for him to move, moves after all of us. So our first target is Key. Let's see what your shot from there. Let's just test the shot at a distance. And nobody hears it but us. 95%. Well, can't beat it. Let's do it. Neo. Okay, good job. It's an ambush. He's still unaware. Good for him. Neo, we're gonna give you a chance to finish him off. Ah, you didn't quite do it. We'll give you final dibs. Now, you know what? Let's just... because everybody is going to be able to take 2 shots. And 2 shots, if we got lucky rolls, would be enough. And if not, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're taking them down. We're taking them down. So let's hold on so we can move a little this turn also. So delay. Zigzag. I decided, as in case you couldn't tell, to hold off on the action surge until I get a better picture of what's down here, in case there's other guards down here we're not aware of right now. Plus, action surge versus these loot boxes may just make it so we can grab both, you know, disable the camera, and at some point take him out too. We'll see. We shall see. So Zigzag, load your weapon. The quiet one. And we'll start with Z. Alright, so far the shots are landing just the way we want. And once again, we almost killed. They're both down to just points remaining. So we will delay, let somebody else do the killing, and it looks like Sin will be the one who just might be able to get 2 kills. How about that? Alright, Sin, get your pistol. And shot 1. Oh my god! You folded under pressure. Shot number 2. There we go. Ah, now we got a crit to make up for it. See? I can shoot. See? I told ya. We're gonna delay. Slosh is coming up, and she's gonna take out G, the last one going on. Then we'll all have a little bit of movement left after we see how everybody else moves. Those two are just pivoting, not moving. And then we got Slasha, who maybe we let her follow her namesake and bring her right there to Slash, and then she will already have moved forward with her extra movement. She'll be standing out here, but it doesn't look like there's anybody, like, even if he turned around, I don't know that he'd be able to see all the way up here because of these walls. He'd have to have a specific angle, right? Yeah, low odds. I think we're okay. Let's move up here and slash away. We don't have to use a special move for this one. Just hit him. Oh, please hit him. Please. Pretty please. There we go. That's always fun to see. Somehow, I don't know why. That's always fun to see up close. You're done. So he didn't move at all. He actually did not move. He just had a turn of pause there. Now the rest of us are just going to move around this heap of junk that provides no cover and finish our movement. We will not have any hiding that gives us an extra initiative this upcoming turn, but if I decide I need a tactical surge to help us move further, we'll do it. We'll assess. Okay, so the body timers expire in 3 turns. So we have 3 turns. Okay, now we know we got 3 turns to get this done. Loot these and try to get down here before the security AI goes out, or the security escalates. Now, notice that's something I failed to point out early. Yikes, I should have probably. Although we're moving fairly fast, I think. But we're gaining 2 tallies per turn. So there's a little... Fortunately, we took these 2 out, or it would have been extremely higher, but only gaining 2 pips until 3 turns from now. So let's end our turn and see the initiative. Okay, I'm first. Luco, which one is Luco? Okay, he's next, that's no big deal. Bryco, where's he? Because he's kind of a wild card, but he moves last. So we'll all be able to move. We can make a decision on whether or not we want to take him out. Coming up. Who's first? Me? Let me get to the edge. How about this? Let me come up to the edge, pick the dead body, and look and see if we see any other guards down there. That's plan 1. And we can move without being heard at full speed. Aha. Not down here we don't have a guard, but we do have one up here. And it's Pedo. Oh, he has the different helmet. Guess what, my friends? Pedo is probably the Whistler. So, yeah, when there are Whistlers, you know you're near the heart of a syndicate's interest. These elite soldiers are infamous for their efficient killing and unique nano-coated bullets. So they employ a mysterious nano-coated recipe for their bullets, closely guarded secret within their cult. These coated Whistler bullets inflict ongoing damage unless healing of some kind is applied. So this is damage over time. Unless we don't, which is problematic if we don't have any bandages. Or if we have bandages, but not enough because there's a whole mess of Whistlers. Right now, we just have one. So they'll target multiple mercs with full auto if given a chance. So we really have to worry about having enough bandages. So that's just good to know if we are up against Whistlers. Okay. Fortunately, we just have one. And this guy's not local. If we stay quiet enough when we get down here, these guys are just looking back and forth. We don't know where he's going anymore. But even if he turns around, we'll be gone up here. So now the big question. Let me see where my look ahead can reach. Can't reach up there. And I just might be able to cover both of them if I move down. Maybe. Now this is a free action, so I can move down and then deal with it there. So let's see how far I could move down. Will that be enough to cover? I'm gonna test this out. See, I won't be able to make it all the way down there. Oh, I would, but I'd be heard running. So I can at least run to here and then maybe withdraw. I basically want to do my look ahead. This also takes no action, so if I end up in an awkward place based on the look ahead, I can then pop tactical surge and then moving get hit. So there's an option. And then I'd have someone moving soon so we could take out this camera so it doesn't swerve and see us. So that's my plan. Let's do the look ahead. Oh, there's 2 of them out there. So we got a beta. Oh man, we don't know. We kind of know that this guy is okayish, but I almost want to try and reach the guys farther out. And maybe this Bryco guy will walk into the circle and we'll get some, because he's being headed that way, which doesn't mean he'll continue that way. But I'm gonna set it right here. There's more need being shown that I need a bigger circumference for this. So we'll see if I don't even know if it's an option on a promotion coming up, but sure would be nice. Okay, we see both these. Oh my lord! So he's coming back this way. So I definitely don't want to kill this guy now. And the Whistler is just standing there looking back and forth. I do not want the Whistler to look our way, but all these minions, yeah, let them look. So ZigZag, where could you get to now? It'll have to do, and maybe, or can I get a little further? Yes, I can. Okay, perfect. I'm not gonna action surge. We're gonna get everybody down here that we can. Next turn looks like it'll be the action surge turn. That's what it looks like. So here we go. Done. Now you, my friend, now you. You do not have camera controls, but Neo does. So Neo will be the one that takes out this camera. So maybe, let's take a look down here. How far can you get, and would you be heard? No. And then this guy turns around, but he won't see that far. So Sin, get ready to grab the loot. I think you're hidden. I'm still going to take the camera out because there's no guarantee you wouldn't be seen if the camera pivots. I think we'll still do that. Do I need to be on Overwatch just in case? No, we won't do it. Flash it. Maybe I bring you down to this corner position. Or, yeah, you're going to be heard. But you're not going to be heard here. And I still think if he turns around, see, their vision only goes about that far. It wouldn't come out this far, so I think this is safe. I hope. As long as Neo turns off the camera, that is. Yeah, Bryco's down here, so we're fine. Well, the camera will be turned off, and then we'll see the big unknown. Where does Bryco go? And if on his turn Bryco sees us, we're in big doo-doo. Mega big doo-doo. So come here, Neo. Do this and take out the camera. And it should be out to the end of next turn. We're gonna have to move. Well, I also can delay the camera even longer if we need to. So we'll play that by ear. And then Neo, where else could I get you that we might want you? Yeah, you're... Just in case he turns around, I think I have to keep you there, Neo. I think we just have to keep you there. So take cover by this body. Plus the body timers are going to go. A lot of stuff is going to go off pretty soon. Well, the rate it's going so far, although it's going to explode when body timers start going off. We'll see if we get down there under security level 3. It's going to be potentially asking a lot. And then this guy hasn't moved yet. Beta never moved. How about that? The game lied. He's going to move next turn. Okay. Well, and as long as he keeps pivoting, that's good. I'm gonna stay here. Bryco, what are you doing? Oh, good. Now we're gonna know where you patrol after this. Very good. So without anything happening, I think we're safe this turn and next turn, because the body timers will expire next turn, but they just are yellow. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of timers expiring next turn, so he's coming right back next turn. So, and this guy, it still says he's moving this turn. So, do I kind of wait and let Bryco and Beta move? They're pretty high up there on the move list. So if I yield, and that's pretty low on the yield list, but then I'd get me back up to 11 because I do action surge. This would be our action surge turn. And actually, if we let him move down here, maybe when he comes over here, he wouldn't see us take this guy out. So I have to take the chance that he, as he's walking down this way, he doesn't see Slasha. In fact, Slasha, I won't delay you. I might just make one move with you, and that's take cover. So he's less likely to see you as he walks down this way. That's what I'm hoping, because we're in cover, although I'm not hidden. You're not hidden anymore, so maybe, yeah, Sin's the only one that we won't, well, it says we're all hidden, so do I need to spend that point? But I'm getting action surge back after that anyway. I'm just gonna play it safe and do that. So Neo, spend one and take cover, just so when he comes down here, he doesn't like move only a little bit and then see us and stop, kind of a thing. I'm preventing that. Now, hopefully, we'll be okay. Okay. Alright. You're done, so now we'll delay. ZigZag, you're gonna do the same thing. Delay. Slasha, you're gonna do the same thing. And hopefully now, as he runs forward, we're gonna delay, or walks over, he won't see us. So far, so good. Now how far can he see coming over here? And where's he going after? Well, it's not my turn to check. I want to see where he's going after. This guy keeps pivoting. That's hunky-dory. He's leaving. Okay. Now we need to take out Braco real quick, grab some packages, and start heading as far as we can, at least, towards our exit. So this is working out, I think, just fine. So who's up next? Sin. Well, I think I'm gonna have you get the locker while you're there, and then when it comes around to my turn again, which one's Luco? Yeah, he's not gonna be an issue. He's unaware. Pretty soon when the body timers go, people are gonna start getting aware and walking around and breaking their patterns. So Sin, get the loot. Nobody hears you. Okay. Now we are going to take it and see what we got. Merc dossiers and a reinforced wide flak, a weapon mod. Maybe we can sell it, maybe not. We'll see. Take them all. Now Sin, do you see anybody? No, you have no targets yet, so let's move you back out. And guess what? Let's move you only that far, so we only use one movement. And then that gives you 2 shots, and someone else can finish him off. All right, let's take one. Yeah, let's take one. It's an ambush. Sure as heck is. And Slash it, where do you go? I kind of wanna move Sin a little bit towards where we gotta go. So, but I can't delay. I have to make up my mind. And yeah, we got what it takes to take this guy out. So I'm not going to be worried. I'm not going to do it. And you know why? Unfortunately, yeah, Sin, well, hopefully, I think the way this works, when I apply the thing, even though your turn will be ended, you may get those 2 extra movement points next turn. Somebody pointed that out, that it carries over like that, or at least that's what it looked like on the UI up here after I applied it. Even the guy that was done with his turn picked it up. So we're gonna test that and double check it. Captain Timo, I think you were the one that pointed that out to me. So let's take a look. And I'm gonna take a chance here and end my turn. Well, no, I'm not gonna end my turn. We're gonna not shoot. I'm gonna see how far I can run. Sprinting. Yeah, well, that's fine. I'm cool with that. You're gonna get hit bad if we don't take him out, but I'm confident in the team. Luco. Okay, now I used up my camera thing, So I think Neo, we need to get you moving as far as we can and then take a shot. It's kind of what I'm feeling. Switch to sprint. I don't care if he hears me. I could move this far and still be able to take a shot. So that's what we're gonna do. And then, no, let's do it this way. Let's come here. Now that, see, I'm trying to work it so when I get my 2 extra points, I don't have to end my turn and take them next turn. You know what I'm saying? So if I come here, I still see them. So we're gonna take our shot here, then we'll get our extra points and I can move farther down. That's why I'm thinking this way and doing this. 100% shot, I like that too. 30 or 4% crit. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's from up top. Well, I guess maybe there's a height advantage thing in this game, or I didn't move so there's no recoil. It all works. It all works. Yeah, Neo, finish them off. Okay. The body timers that matter are gonna kick. So I'm just gonna yield now. And then zigzag, and we're gonna do our tactical surge. Oh baby, yes we are. Because I want to get, after all this, I want to get closer to the exit. So Sin, yeah, it shows extra movement for his next turn. We'll see if that's the case. What I'm gonna do first is security scramble right there to delay this. I don't want it to turn on this turn, otherwise it raises bad things. And I think I'm going to sprint so I can get over here. Yeah, I don't think let's go. Let's open it. And we got a credit chip for 1K and a Dr. Samdara's V-chip file. I know we have a file for him, so we got something for it. I don't think that's necessarily that critical. I'm going to come over here to get closer. And there's my turn. Neo, now you can just run to your heart's content as far as you can get. Yeah, the whole idea is try to get as close to this now because we're getting close to escalation. Body timers are going to go off. We got all the loot, which is probably more than I was hoping for when I saw the layout of this map. And Slasha, who's remained hidden through all this, can get really close. So I guess let's not push it and at least give Slasha some cover there, and she can sprint. So I was thinking I was going to have to try taking this guy out, but now that I know he's going to walk away, who the heck cares? So there's that. And Slasha, we're just going to hide you. Or we also could just do a Dazzler and see how that works. We haven't really used our Dazzler before. Are we within range to be able to use it? Apparently not. So I'm out of range of this guy. There, yeah. It's not within our ability. It's not in our ability to use it right now. So we will test it out another time. And I guess we'll just take cover. All right, it's our turn. Yeah, we're all going first. So the big question is, how many of us can make it out? Oh, I see another Whistler somewhere. Where's the other Whistler? See. Ah, there's a Whistler over here we were never aware of. No, there's Alto. That's the guy that was. Yeah, so there's two Whistlers. So now we need to see who can make it out into this area here. Now, when does beta move? Last. So we're gonna trigger him going, hey! But the thing is, I don't want to trigger if not all of us can make it out. See what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. Well, you would go down. Yeah, let's face it, beta, it just sucks. If we can't all make it. So there's going to be an escalation next turn. So maybe I just come up to the edge of sight and hope beta doesn't become one of the suspicious ones that changes his pattern. But then if I get us all up to this point, I'll know. Like right now, I don't know because it's not his turn. Now Slasha, I would know if I checked at least. I can get her out. I think I just have to get onto the stairs. Kinda think. I'm pretty sure. Oh well, yeah, we can run farther. Look at that. So I know we could get out. That would get us out. Almost 100%. But since I'm not quite 100%, I'm going to get us up to the edge and play that game. Then I'll know, even if they spot us, we can all run the heck out of here. So that's the way I'm going to play this. Let's get up to the edge. We don't have to switch to sneak, and then we're going to delay for now. Zigzag, you're going to get up to the edge. This guy doesn't hear me. I'm cool with that. And we're going to delay. Still ahead of beta, even with a delay. Neo, come down to the edge. Living dangerously on the edge. We'll delay. He's after beta. Sin. And yeah, so much for the extra moves. We do have the extra moves this turn. Just wanted to point that out. So it does carry over if I use that surge, even if I made the mistake of having somebody finish their move already. So that's good to know. Good to know. Now the key is me remembering it. Let's delay. Just in case something weird happens. We all have movement left. That's the key. That's back around where we started. The Whistler here is guarding. And now I think we're gonna end up, well, you can at least yield or delay. So everybody besides the guy we want to know about moves. But I think we're gonna be fine. Okay. So Beta's the only one that's got to move. He's supposedly leaving. Let's hope he does. And we're gonna stand right here. So end our turn. Nothing other bizarre happened. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Absolutely perfect. We'll see on the security escalation who gets notified or who gets suspicious next turn. Oh, we get reinforcements. Yep. I'm glad we're leaving. Where did these guys come in? That's what. Oh, but way back up here. But we're gonna be long gone before they get to us, so there's no other yeah. I don't even care if we run and he hears us. I really don't care at this point. So who's way down low? Neo? We could buff you with a little pre-computed advantage if we wanted to. It uses 1, but I think if I check my movement right now, see, yeah, I can get in there. I can get in there. So I will be heard. Well, who cares? Actually, this is like, who the frick cares if he looks at us? Let's go find out where PETA goes, though. Oh, PETA goes too soon. So I do need to disadvantage him debuff an enemy's -6 initiative. All right, so let's just debuff, or I guess interference spike the guy, and that should take care of the little issue that we have. There he is. Pedo, my man. Debuff. So that way, even if you do turn around and hear us and see us, you don't get to actually move till after we're gone. That's what I'm counting on. There we go. All right, you are debuffed, Pedo. Yeah, you're way down there, so Neo can move before you. I don't think anybody else is going to be an issue. Let's get her done. So even if you hear us and turn around now, Pedo, yeah, you can stand there and look at us. I think that's the way it's going to work. That's how I hope it's going to work. There we go. Pedo, hear us. I don't care. All right. What was that? What was that? What was that? And yes, we do get to extract, and I think everybody can get out now, so I'm going to extract. Next, we have Slasher. We are not going to worry about sneaking. We'll just run down there just as far as we can, and boom. I know you're there, intruder. Fortunately, that does not up his initiative. Thank you, game. And then Sin, let's get you. Yep, running as fast and as far as you can. Oh no, another one, another one. Extract. Well, now we gotta wait for the other ones that... Oh, they do know about us now. That's bad news. Oh, but he didn't shoot. Oh my god, how lucky is that? Did I miss the fact that he was alerted by this guy? That he was close enough that someone could have been alerted? Holy smokes. We got lucky with that one. Neo, let's not push our luck. Let's get out of here. There we go. All right, the team is assembled at the finance bunker entrance. We're headed down the stairs now. Remember, No Relation says, remember, you're leaving the facade behind now. Up here, the D cartel were trying to stay hidden. Yeah, I agree. It's going to be a little more spiky down there. Okay, we got a victory on phase 1 of this mission. Cool, cool, cool. And here we are. So, Loophole Heist, stage victory, stage 1 completed. And I think, well, it doesn't really tell us what we got or not. I guess we don't get a, excuse me, a full victory recap until we finish the whole dang mission. So actually, it says quit the main menu. I don't know if that allows a save or not, or if maybe it doesn't auto save. I'm not 100% sure on the save system. I'm not used to it yet. So at this point, we have the next stage, and I'm not quite sure how the save system works. If I am still learning this about the game, and I don't want to bork this mission by not saving it properly. I'm planning to continue the second part next episode, but I may have to get us down into the next part before I save. I don't know if I want to guarantee that quitting to the main menu will do an auto save and allow me to pick up at this point. I'm not 100% sure. Well, I guess we find out. So, we're gonna get our team to the next stage, and then once we get there, maybe have a brief conversation. I would imagine we'll save it at that point, and then that's where I'll pick up the stream next episode. So let's get down there. Okay, so here we are. And yeah, we do have our little conversation I expected. We've hit the bunker floor. Damn, it's freezing in here, says Sin. I can barely get a read on you down there, says no relation. So our heat signatures are minimal. Okay, that looks like where we got to get to. That's why I'm here. This place is bristling with security, but the relay data banks are within striking distance. Yeah, they don't... Well, that was a quick pan. Hard to tell exactly how far away it is. Good to know. Only you can deliver the Q endpoint, ZigZag. Straight from my quantum courier memory into the machine. Confirmed. Alright, so here we are. And this, my friends, is where I'm going to save. And this, my friends, is where we'll pick it up next time. This is ZigZag signing off from somewhere in this world. Thanks so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Ciao, everybody.